I had recorded a video just now and I realized how all over the place my thoughts are because I don't script this for anything. I'm actually watching a stalker right now. They're waiting for me to get out of my car, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see how long this guy wants to hang out outside, be stupid. I came here to say, I had started my last video with I wanted to speak on the new discovery about Celeste. They said they are mentioning David is now considered more of a suspect. Something about the car going off-road and it like being located in the desert for a brief period of time or whatever. And then I believe a lot of this corrupt undercover weirdo shit that we see that's happening in the news is actually related back to the same thing that I'm going through. This is something, I don't think that there are any criminals out there that are that slick. There has to be a lot of collusion between departments like the LAPD, sheriff, whoever is investigating it, medical examiner maybe, right? The plan seems like people have paid a lot of attention to like CSI type stuff, a little bit of knowledge of what happens with actual dead bodies. So this is a very well planned out murder. So well planned out, they may very well actually get away with it. But it made me very happy today, and this is what I came here to say, when I heard, I think it was Nancy Grace or Allison Ashley Banfield, one of those women, mention that this may be tied back to a conspiracy. That makes me so happy because everything that I've been experiencing is, in fact, part of a conspiracy. I can tell you for sure, 100%, that's the reason I come on here and post every day, is because I want these people to get arrested for conspiracy. I live in East Hollywood. Supposedly, Celeste was staying in East Hollywood. There are a lot of things that can connect this. I pray that they uncover the conspiracy, not even for me, just to uncover it. I pray that Celeste did not die in vain. I pray that the unaliving of a 13-year-old is what they needed to shut their network down. And then it's like, it's so crazy. It's like normal now. When you turn on the news, it's just dead teenage kids, trafficked children. And it's almost to the point where we've become so used to it that nobody's going to be paying attention anymore. So I say all this to say, bring it full circle. The reason David, this is all speculation, right? I can say things that maybe I want other people to also consider. The gang stalking program they rely on your cell network, right? So if your phone is getting tagged by any of these cell towers, you can be found. A Tesla is a very technical car, technological, whatever the fuck. That car is very easy to be traced and tracked, all of that. Going out to the desert where you don't get service, right? You get satellite service pretty much everywhere. I have satellite, and I don't think there's ever been a place where my satellite service has cut off. So that's probably how they were able to find out about where he went. Cars have black boxes, etc. Navigation remembers everywhere you go. All your phone apps are tracking you. So I do think that some of these people are very smart. I think that they have enough experience getting people arrested to know what to do and what not to do. Which is why I think that car took that trip out to the desert to make it so that there is reasonable doubt. It had to go out there because then people can say that's where she was killed. Whole time she might have been killed in Hollywood. So I want to say that the people that are part of this conspiracy are very much, they're very good at manipulating. They are very good liars. They think that everything that comes out of their mouth is believable because they're so used to gaslighting the people that they stalk, harm, kill. So when the reason I continue to post this to social media is because I have a sense or a feeling that this is the same players, at least in the conspiracy, right? So think about all the people after Celeste was found who took to YouTube, right? You could consider me one. I'm not trying to make money off of her. I'm not monetized yet. I cannot make money off of this. So, but I think that there are a lot of people who created whole channels dedicated to reporting on the facts of her story, knowing damn well that they have more information than anyone because they're also part of the conspiracy. So like my harassment, if when I think back to the videos that other people may have of me, they're not going to be me speaking in a calm voice like this. The videos other people have of me, based on all of the harassment I experienced, they're going to be me doing crazy shit like this. Like that. That's the way that the harassment is designed to make you present. So then after they murder you, all of these clout chasers who spent the last 3 years, 6 years following you around, collecting their little plethora of videos of you crashing out, they're then going to take to the YouTube, same way they did in Celeste's case, so that they can make money. And this is how sick social media is. I think if this is, I know it is, but once the world finds out that this is the conspiracy, same conspiracy that I have been targeted in, they're going to change the way social media operates. They have to, because social media is legalized stalking. The way social media is as it stands today, they have created an environment that allows people to target individuals and harass them until their death. And then they've made it so that people can profit off of murdering people, and they get views and recognition and all of this stuff. And it's crazy to me. The only news sources that I watch on YouTube are trusted sources that don't say shit just to get views. So Celeste thing, and this is me being a 40-year-old woman paying attention to what's going on in the world and the times. Celeste's death is the first crime. I watch Crime Story all day. I worked for a law firm for 22 years. Crime, I've loved true crime, solving things, fixing problems since I was a little kid. So I think about all of these things, all the other stuff that I've heard, seen. I used to watch a lot of House, CSI, all of that stuff. So that's why getting stalked is so funny to me. I really am literally laughing at you guys. But what I want to say is, I've seen times change, and social media now has such a big presence when somebody is found murdered that people who are like, their brains don't fucking work, or they just see so many of their friends who post only the good stuff, posting on the social medias about how they're making so much money, or just the ideas. The brains of the kids today are not fucking working. There are some that are, but as far as these people that are on YouTube trying to create an entire career off of one girl's death, you're sick. You're sick. You're sick in the head. So I have a feeling, if all of this mind game shit is not just mind games, if their intention is to truly force me to unalive myself or create a situation where they can do it and make it look like I did it to myself, they're going to then release all these crazy fucking videos of all the shit that I've done while I'm like out in public I act crazy and stupid as fuck, because I honestly do not give a shit. I don't care. I don't care what you think about me. I don't care what anybody thinks about me. Really, I don't. So all this collection of videos of me that people, because they're telling me, we're doing this to you, we're going to set you up to make you look like you're the stalker, today before I finish work today, and there's no reason for me to be hearing this other than them trying to play the mind games with me. I hear someone say, we wanted to sue her, or we're going to sue her, because they want me to talk about them because it sounds crazy. It sounds like my head's making shit up. My head's not making shit up. These people are actually saying these things to cause mental issues. And the only mental issues they're causing is in themselves when they realize it doesn't work. That's all I can say. Like, how many times are you going to try to do something that doesn't work? And then these people, and this is the funniest part, they realize it's not working. In the past, it used to make me get all fucking antsy, anxious up. It used to change my mood. And that's why they keep trying it, because they keep trying to change my mood. They want me to become a crash out case. They want me to crash out so then they can fire me and be like, yeah, that bitch is really crazy. She'll never work in this field again. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Because I know who I am. I know my worth. I will take less. I won't say I take less than I'm worth. I'll take less than what is being offered if I know I can do it and it's not going to trouble me, is what I'll say. I'm not money hungry. I'll take a pay cut if the job fits, right? I'm not going to, because the last time I took a job for more money, I ended up in this shit, right? And maybe it does go back to when I worked at Jones Day. I've worked at very good law firms. I have a very good work record. I think one of my biggest flaws, one of the only flaws in my work, is the fact that I'm late. I'm often late. But in the last 5 years, I'm only late once I realize the place is playing this game. Because I love what I do. I love my job. I love fixing things. I love solving things. I don't have any mental issues. My brain works perfectly fine. So well that in, 3 days I made $13,000 on the demo Forex account. So I'm just letting people know I'm not a fucking lunatic. When they say that Celeste was possibly unalived as part of a conspiracy, believe that shit, because one of those kids already admitted to it when he said he's going to get in so much trouble, he wasn't supposed to post that, take it down. That kid that said that is the demographic of the people who are following me. When I look at my YouTube, Instagram, all of that, my demographic is 18-year-old males to like 18 to 40-year-old males. There are some women in there, and then it tells you what parts of the country they're from, what cities they're from, etc. So, with that demographic, that goes in hand with the guys that are pedophiles. They like 18-year-olds, they like 13-year-olds, they'll look at anybody. They just like fucking looking at naked bodies. They haven't had enough naked body looking at for them to get over that shit. And then if they don't get the female attention that they want, that's when they turn 19, 20, 21 and they become sexual offenders. I had my ass grabbed by some kid on one of those mini gas scooter bikes. And I thought it was very funny. It was the biggest compliment to me because I'm a 41-and-a-half-year-old woman. I was probably 40 at the time, 40, 41. But he grabbed my ass. And then I go out and I don't care. I look like a man, look like a woman. I know I got a vagina and titties. So I'm not worried about what other people think about me. But the look on his face after he passed me and looked back to see if I had a reaction, that was the most satisfying part. That's the only reason I was mad at the kid, but I can't be mad anymore because listen, you're like somewhat teenager, late teens, early 20s, maybe. I think he's mid-teens, late teens. Riding around and you think you're smacking a female's ass because you're just being like a dick, right? And then you look back and you realize, oh my God, is that a tranny, right? People call me dude, guy, boy, whatever. I don't care. Call me whatever you want. I know what I am. I know who I am, right? But it was really funny because then he has to start having this inner dialogue like, did I just smack a guy's ass, right? And I love that for him. Keep your hands to yourself, little boy. So if that was to get a reaction out of me, I'm going to let you go and think about, did you just grab a dude's ass? I would prefer for you to think about that. To me, it's just a bunch of stupid kids that are following the directions of AI. And that's all that it is. So once you realize that, if you're a targeted individual, you can get over it. Start playing AI back to them. When you notice that you're around a gang stalker, ask the AI a question about what activity it is that they're doing. They're going to give away micro expressions. They're going to give themselves away. Some of them will walk away in shame. The most aggressive ones, those are the most dangerous. Those are the people that really should be put on like pedophile lists. Like the girl that ran at me today. The fuck? I'm tripping over the girl that ran at me today because, listen, little pint, she's like half my size. Her head didn't come up to barely my chin, right? She might knock me out with her head if she ran fast enough. But it was very clear that I was fucking standing there, and the fact that I made eye contact with her and she did not stop running at me. They're taking a page from my book. But did I flinch? Ask that bitch, did I flinch? I don't think I did. I didn't. I know I didn't. Which is why I brought up earlier, and I don't know if I posted that video. I make so many videos. If I take one more step and she takes one more step, what's going to happen? Because I'm not going to stop. This? Never. When you guys stop harassing me, I won't have anything to talk about. And that's the only time I'll stop talking about you.